Hey, Big Brother fans. Well, the season is almost over, and Chelsie is not only busy pulling puppet strings, but also setting up Makensy for a fail on finale night if they are sitting together. Hey, click subscribe if you haven't. And let's talk about who is going home tonight among Cam and Rubina and how Chelsie is working overtime to burn Makensy's game. So, you know by now, HOH Chelsie put Makensy and Cam on the block since Rubina was salty about being nominated yet again. Not that it mattered, because it's all about the veto. Then, if you have only seen Sunday's edited CBS episode, you wouldn't know. But if you're a live feed watcher, you do. Makensy won the golden power of veto. So that comp's going to air tonight, the end result, along with the veto meeting and the live eviction. And by the way, Makensy was shocked to find out, because she's a recruit, that she doesn't get to go to the diary room and cast her sole vote to evict in private. She was appalled to find out she has to stand there in the living room and look either Cam or Rubina in the eye and evict him. And if there was any doubt, Chelsie has worn Makensy down and slyly convinced her yet again to evict who she wants. Chelsie is a puppet master playing Makensy like a fiddle, the Jeff Dunham of Big Brother. It sounds like Makensy's voice, but it's saying what Chelsie wants because she is elbow deep up in her. But convincing Makensy to head to final three with Chelsie and Cam wasn't all that Chelsie was up to this week. She is setting up Makensy to burn 2 more jury votes in case they end up side by side on finale night. And to be clear, Chelsea's also been playing mind games with Cam. She has got him convinced to take her to final 2 should he somehow, in some bizarro alternate universe, win the decisive stage of the final HOH comp and gets to decide who's sitting beside him. Chelsie also has Rubina convinced to do the same in case she stays by some slim chance. Ever since Makensy won the final POV of BB26, she's been debating who to clip. In fact, she has talked about it ad nauseum on the live feeds to the point it is exhausting. And you know by now that she, Rubina, and Chelsie talked about that all-female final 3, but let's be clear, that was lip service in case Cam somehow got cut. But Chelsie always planned to have Cam in the final 3, possibly final 2. Not only does Chelsie like him, despite all the trash talking she does, but she knows Cam would be easiest to beat on finale night. He has got no resume to talk about. He's likable, sure, but that's not going to sway the jury. Chelsie and Makensy spent lots of time discussing the merits of keeping Rubina versus Cam, and it seemed like they were debating and weighing, but no, this was not like a mutuals conversation. Instead, it was Chelsie artfully moving Makensy towards the conclusion she wanted her to reach, evicting Rubina. Pretty much business as usual for Chelsie in BB26. So here's where the setup comes in to burn Makensy's jury votes. Chelsie knows there's a good chance comp piece Makensy will be in the best position Sunday night and will be deciding who sits beside her in those final 2 chairs. So not only is Chelsie working overtime to make sure Makensy takes her to the end, but that she alienates the last 2 jurors, Rubina and Cam, on their way out the door. So if it comes down to it, Chelsie has their votes locked in. On the Rubina issue, Makensy was waiting ever since the veto comp for Rubina to come have a one-on-one. Chelsie knows Makensy was waiting impatiently and was kind of low-key blocking that discussion just to aggravate Makensy more at Rubina. But there is more than that. And part of the issue isn't even Chelsea's fault, it's Makensy's. She basically told Chelsie she expected Cam and Rubina to come begging and groveling for her to keep them. That comp beast ego may be getting the best of her in this late stage of the game. That, coupled with Chelsea's clever mind games, are very problematic for Makensy in the end stage. And what's funny is Cam and Rubina on Wednesday were talking about Makensy taking on Chelsea's personality and turns of phrase and things. And I mean, truer words. I mean, meanwhile, Rubina is on her last mental straw. She already was in the storage room saying, help, I can't deal with these people. And she really wants peanut butter. She can't have it because Cam is allergic. The big problem, Makensy feels certain Cam would choose Chelsie over her for final 2 and thinks Chelsie and Cam would choose each other. She's probably right in both cases. We'll see. But Chelsie advised Cam on how to approach Makensy about it. They were both working to reassure her. Chelsie told Makensy she's never had a final two with Cam. Big ol' lie. And he told Makensy he'd make a game decision, not a personal one, at the end. And Rubina might take her to final two. So when Makensy and Rubina finally talked, it was about who could win at the end. Makensy said Rubina has a strong social game, but Rubina insisted Chelsie has a much stronger social game than her. She's right. And she said that she's only there because T-Core and Chemo were bigger threats and they dragged her to the end. Pretty accurate. What was funny was Makensy also insisted to Rubina this was her decision, not Chelsea's. And in the end, Makensy would not tell Rubina what she has decided. And here's why. Makensy had told Chelsie she didn't want to blindside Rubina on eviction night and wanted to give her a heads up. But Chelsie told her, no, you don't need to forewarn her. You just need to do the vote. She told Makensy point blank, don't tell Cam or Rubina what she's going to do. Chelsie wants Makensy to send one of them out with no warning, so that they will be upset and not vote for Makensy on finale night if she's in one of the chairs. And Makensy telling Rubina it's all her decision, not Chelsea's, would just reinforce that and burn that vote. So just to lock it all in, late last night, she told Makensy that Rubina was pushing to target Makensy in the double eviction, which is a flip because it was Chelsie pushing it at Rubina. And Makenzie's certain that everything Rubina says is a lie. And then Chelsie went to Cam to say Makensy is shaky after talking to Rubina because she wanted Cam to be worried too. And in this Makensy mindset. So one last thing from the live feeds, though, that caught my ear last night was Cam actually laying a bit of groundwork with Makensy in case she's the one choosing on finale night. He said Chelsea's jury position is better than his or Makenzie's, which is true. Cam also told her that Rubina, T-Core, and Chemo will vote for Chelsie on finale night over either of them. Also true. And despite Chelsie telling her not to, after this frank talk, Makensy went ahead and told Cam he is safe at Thursday's eviction. So worst case, only one jury vote is going to be burned, but it probably didn't belong to her to start with. I mean, it'd be a huge twist for Cam to wind up next to Makensy on finale night. I don't see how it's going to happen at this point, but probably would be the best thing for Makensy. So you got to give a round of applause to Chelsie. The only one that's not going to be nervous tonight is her because she's got everybody snowed, insurance policies in place, and a 99.9% shot at being in one of those two chairs Sunday night and probably winning it. So no matter who goes home tonight, I doubt Makenzie's going to have their jury vote thanks to Chelsie. And it sure seems like Rubina is a lock to leave since it's best for Chelsea's game. Don't miss that eviction. Also, Derek Levasseur is on tonight with one last twist in the game, and they're going to reveal who is hosting the jury roundtable.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.